This is a video that I feel I have to make. I've been raising birds for quite a long time. Several, you know, quite a few years off and on, decades. Today I had two lovebirds that got into a fight that they literally fell out of the air, hit the ground, and were rolling around on top of each other. There were two females. They basically wanted the same nesting box. One had already claimed it and the other one went into it, and they got into a big fight. I immediately intervened. I separated the birds, and one of them, named Stinker, I immediately clipped her wings. She's the one that I got a hold of right out of the fight. And that tends to make them a little bit more easily handled, as well as less aggressive towards each other. Then I went and chased down Thursday. Thursday's my youngest female. Thursday, very good flyer, very healthy bird. I started chasing her around, eliminating the rooms as she went into one room or another. I trapped her in the bedroom, kept coming real close to capturing her. In the past, I would chase her until she got tired, and then she'd just basically let me pick her up. But right after this fight, although she looked tired, she kept on flying, kept on flying. I eventually captured her with a towel, and I clipped her wings. I clipped the four outermost flight wings. She became very docile after that. We went into the bathroom. She tried to fly away from me, and I basically, let her see that she wasn't going to be able to get away from me now. And then she went up on my shoulder, and we actually had a fair morning together, I thought. Apparently, she was terrified. She stayed where I put her, but she was terrified. I kept her with me for a while. She wouldn't drink, she wouldn't eat. Usually after this, she immediately gets very thirsty. She didn't drink. I tried to use a dropper to basically force her to drink. She didn't really drink. I didn't put it down her throat or anything, put it right at her beak and let it drip right on the side, and she made no indications of wanting it. She became lethargic. Understand that the avian vet from up here in North Houston is all the way in South Houston, so it's about an hour to an hour and a half away. Depending on traffic, it could be 2 hours. Well, she would sit up on her own. She seemed to be okay. Just very scared, so I decided I would just leave her alone for a while. I checked back later, and when I say she hadn't moved at all. Not 1 millimeter. But she was still alive. So I held her in my hand. She just seemed like she was still terrified. First of all, you have to understand that I love my birds. And a few minutes ago, she stroked out. This is Thursday. I really love Thursday. and I am at fault for killing Thursday. Not through direct, but not recognizing the signs that she was overly stressed out. Thursday was perfectly healthy. She's a very good bird. She mimicked me when I whistled. I would give anything for it not to have happened. It did. I'm at fault. If you're trying to, and the fight did not hurt her. The wing clipping did not hurt her. But chasing her around and stressing her out killed her. She was on my bed. I recognized that she wasn't going to make it before it happened. I talked a few inches from her, and I watched her as she stroked out and died. It's very, very hard for me. The more I know people, the more I love my birds. And I have to accept the fact that what I did ultimately killed my youngest, ultimately had the most potential of my lovebirds. I don't breed birds. I get birds occasionally, people that don't want them. I have a house full of birds. They all know that a bird just died. I have 4 birds 3 feet from me. They're all dead silent right now. My conures dead silent. Everything's dead silent. Usually when I start talking, they flock to me. I have them on my head, on my shoulders, everything. I wasn't particularly rough with this bird. The other one, Stinker, I was actually rougher with because she was the one that attacked this one. She got her wings clipped. Now, when I say clipped, I don't make them so they can't fly at all. I usually take 3 or 4 flight feathers, so they have more difficulty flying. They're a little less confident. They don't get into things quite so much, but they still go everywhere. I hope that anybody watching this video will take this as a warning. Sometimes when you need to capture a bird, just let it go. Try again later. This is one of God's creatures. And I'm responsible for it no longer being.